Good afternoon to you. Many thanks for joining us on the program Security Focus. My name is Ifunanya Amafili, and today we're going to be talking about the wealth of the nation. When we talk about health, we talk about securing lives. People have to be healthy in order to have their lives secured. And we have with us in the studio today Dr. Simeon Onyemaichi. He's the Executive Secretary of Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Good. So when we talk about Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme, what does it entail?
Thank you for having me. Anambra State Health Insurance Agency is essentially an agency which is set up by the laws of Anambra State 2016.
Okay.
Saddled with the responsibility to ensure that every resident of Anambra State, wherever the person lives, gets access to good quality health care that is affordable, accessible, and equitably distributed in a manner that people do not have to go too far to get access to quality health care. And in the same vein, to ensure that there is a strategic purchasing that is actually put in place to ensure that people would ordinarily contribute little amounts of money for purchasing of healthcare services.
So when you say little amount of money, how much does it entail?
Yeah, it entails
to register.
Oh, thank you. Folks out there need to pay 1,000 naira per month, but then we do that payment over the course of a calendar year for you to sign on. So we're talking about 12,000 naira per person.
It's a one-off payment.
Not one-off payment.
Do you pay monthly or you pay in bulk for 12,000?
Yes, you pay 12,000 bulk payment per annum.
Okay.
Yeah, not one-off in the sense of one-off of never getting to pay.
An annual
thing.
So
yeah.
every year, then you renew that insurance scheme.
Exactly.
Most insurance schemes I know are basically for civil servants. But you said everybody in Anambra is entitled to that to the health insurance scheme.
That's right.
How is it going to be done?
Yeah. Let me correct a notion here. The fact that it's always been those in the formal sector, civil servants particularly, and then those in organized private sector that have, over the course of time since National Health Insurance Scheme was launched in Nigeria, who have actually come on board that scheme. Now, that has actually resulted in a situation where only about 0.4% of Nigerians benefit from health insurance, which is a noble idea for strategic purchasing for health. Now, if we continue on that trajectory, we will have only those who are privileged to be in public service, in the formal settings, okay? Whether it is public or private, but formal settings, getting access to health care through an organized health insurance scheme. But then that hasn't taken us far. Therefore, if we must move away from that, we have to come to a point where we get a scheme that will be all-encompassing.
Okay.
So the first thing is a law which has mandated that every resident of Anambra, whether you are a peasant, a farmer, an artisan, doing one thing or the other, or you are in the organized formal sector, whether public or private. So whichever one, you all have access to key into the scheme using two different portals. There is the informal sector portal and then the formal sector portal. So whichever one, the informal sector portal, which is the famous one that we talk about, is the one where the premium is 12,000 naira per annum, translated to 1,000 naira per month.
Okay.
Yeah. But then for the formal sector, that is tied to the remuneration of civil servants, where you have the 5% of basic salary of such individuals is deducted from source and then remitted to the agency, while government also, as its own corporate social, as its own responsibility as government, puts down 10% of that basic salary for the person who is contributing.
10% of the basic salary of every beneficiary. Then
in the formal
sector. The formal sector.
Sure.
Then the beneficiary in the formal sector pays 5%.
Exactly.
So that's how government pays for that. Does it come up to that 1,000 people in the informal sector? Is it more than that or less? Because I think it will be more that the civil servants are paying than the informal sector, which is where you said 1,000 a month.
Now, the package for the informal sector is clearly 1,000 naira per life. Per life.
Okay.
So in a family of 6, for example, there's a father, there's a mother. I'm talking hypothetically now, and 4 children.
4 children.
Yeah. If they must pay for our premium, that would translate to 12,000 naira per life for 6 lives, which is 72,000.
Okay.
Which is 72,000 years. But then when we talk about the formal sector, when a public servant's 5% of basic is deducted and government brings in 10%,
yes,
that gives 15% of basic. That covers the principal. That's the civil servant who we are deducting from.
Yes.
The civil servant's spouse, as well as 4 biological children who are below the ages of 21. Okay, so if you look at that cumulatively, you realize that whereas the person in the informal sector, a family of 6, would be paying 72,000 per annum, the civil servant ends up not paying anything close to that.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was wondering, if you're taking 15% of them, from the government and the individual, and then you say 1,000, so now you've explained it. So it's 1,000 per person, per life, times 4 people. What if you have more than 4 children? In the informal sector. In the informal sector,
if you have 100 children, you're welcome to pay for all of them.
1,000 per life. You're not limited by the number of children.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like the private, the formal sector would limit you. That's 4 children.
Yeah.
The National Health Insurance Scheme, I was amazed when you said 21 years. That's the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme. The National Health Insurance Scheme stops at 18 years.
That's right.
Why did we go up to 21?
Yeah. In our own case, the establishing laws looked at it and came to a conclusion that, you know what, the experts who designed this, they looked at it and thought it was wise for us in this part of the world where we have that children who are in tertiary institutions, for example, are still within that age bracket, 18 to 20.
Okay.
If you exclude them from that cover for formal sector, it means that they will have to pay, their parents will have to pay full 12,000 naira for them, in addition to the deduction that has been made. So how do we ensure that it becomes more robust than what we have at the federal level? That led to the wisdom of saying, you know what, for Anambra, let us take it up to the age
21,
20. That's below 21 is the age.
Anybody less than 21.
Yeah, anyone less than 21 who is a biological offspring of any of the public servants will be added. 4 maximum.
Okay. Now, a question I know I've experienced with health insurance schemes on the national level is there's certain things they don't, there's certain medical procedures that the health insurance scheme doesn't cover. So do we have the same policies too with the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme? For example, I know that they might tell you maybe surgery, dentals, opticals, you have to get clearance from your HMO before you can have certain procedures done.
That's right. Now, in Anambra, just like health insurance anywhere in the world, there's no insurance, let's put this on record, that will cover everything that will be medical need all over the world. We're not limiting ourselves to Nigeria.
Or
Anambra anywhere in the world. Health insurance doesn't cover everything. However, the scheme in Anambra benefit package is robust enough to capture even certain things that are not in the National Health Insurance Scheme benefit package. Now, how it operates is this. There is a primary level of care where people access care for everything that is covered at that stage. And if you have need for further evaluation, which will now say secondary requirements, which includes surgery and all of that, once you call our office, by the way, you had talked about HMO, the health maintenance organizations.
Do we have HMOs?
We don't have. We don't have.
Okay, so there's no middleman.
There's no middleman.
The health insurance
agency,
the end user, who's the patient in the hospital. So we come directly to the agency. Okay, how does this work?
So how it works is when we have you enrolled on our scheme, we assign you a healthcare provider who is within your vicinity as a primary provider.
Okay.
Now, when you have any ailment, you go to that primary provider and your needs are taken care of, from consultation to investigations, basic investigations, to nursing care and what have you. All of these are taken care of. But at any time when they feel that what has brought the person to the hospital is not something covered within the benefit packages of primary care,
yes,
they will call our office and then for pre-authorization. So we will pre-authorize such care to be given. So when you have need for secondary care, which is not within primary benefit package, we are informed for pre-authorization, and then we give that authorization for any such person to go and access that care in the appropriate hospital. Yeah.
Okay, good. You talked about vicinity, proximity of vicinity to the end user. Is there, how do you select the hospitals that will fall under this health insurance package?
Okay, thank you. We have for now selected all of the 35 general hospitals in Anambra State, the 2 teaching hospitals, and then so far about 113 private hospitals.
Okay, good. So it's not only government
hospitals.
No,
not at all.
Okay.
And then at that 113 private hospitals is inclusive of mission hospitals. All of the major mission hospitals in Anambra State are on board, because what we have done is we're not working in isolation. We are working in collaboration with the National Health Insurance Scheme that has actually been in operation for the past 1 decade plus some years now. Now, they have accredited some facilities in Anambra. Now, all of those facilities, and accreditation is a yearly thing. So all of the facilities they have accredited, because we are supposed to go with the same checklist to accredit them. We realized to ourselves, if there are facilities that have been accredited by NHIS, why not? It's a quality assured process that led to that accreditation. Let's adopt all of them. Now, those who are not already accredited by NHIS, we also went out to accredit about 45 of them. So all of this put together gave us the robust list that we have for primary healthcare centers, for general hospitals, teaching hospitals, and a combination of private for-profit and mission hospitals. Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
What were the? If you're going around to accredit hospitals, what are the things you look out for?
Okay. There is a checklist for that. We look at every aspect of the governance structure of that hospital, as well as their resources. Now, we look at ownership, we look at the number of doctors, nurses, different cadre of healthcare workers that a particular facility will have. Then the subspecializations that you have. For instance, commonly we talk about the medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, surgery, and pediatrics. We have other subspecialties, ear, nose, and throat, that those are under surgery. Now you have different subspecialties. So we begin to ask, how many of these subspecialties do you have in your facility? Do you have presence of a medical practitioner 24 hours? Do you have presence of nursing staff 24 hours? And depending on also the number, the administrative staff that you have in your hospital, how many are there? Do you have functional water 24 hours? Are there taps that can just be opened? Your ward, what is the bed space and all of that? Do you have your ward separated into male, female, and pediatrics? And what have you? There's a lot to it. How is the structure? We also have the checklist to look at the physical suitability of the structure that we have. So when we have looked at all of that, the laboratory that is within the facility, is there a pharmacy within the facility, and all of that. If you do not have, what is the linkage that is currently operational between the particular healthcare provider and laboratories and pharmacy stores and all of that. So when we look at all of that, we now begin to say, you know what? You will only qualify for primary level of care, or you will qualify for secondary care. Secondary care is mainly the specialized care.
Okay.
Like when, for example, a woman who is under our scheme and is attending antenatal, and there is, at the time of labor, there is need for cesarean section, for example. Yes. Yeah. We will have to authorize for such a woman to go for secondary care at a facility that is accredited for obstetrics and gynecology
even
care.
If that's not the hospital she uses normally.
Yes.
Okay,
but if within the hospital where you are, there is also that, then we still approve for that to be done.
Okay, great.
So we did that in a manner that wherever, whatever it is, we will always have linkages to refer people and ensure that, you get the appropriate specialized care that you need. Yeah.
Okay, good. It's a good thing we know that, you have the option of the mission hospitals, the general hospitals, teaching hospitals, and also private hospitals. Because I know some people are skeptical about using general hospitals because they feel it takes a lot of time when you go. It's a long process, as opposed when you go to most probably a smaller private hospital. So they think it's a faster service. So the end user makes the choice based on one location where he thinks, okay, this is where I'm accessible. This is closer. Where I'm in Oka, and let's say I stay at Ngozika. So I look for the hospital that is closer to that axis, or if I'm in Aroma, I look for a hospital that is there. I'm in Neri, that's how the scheme works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. The program is security focused, and then we're with Dr. Simeon Onyemaichi. He's the Executive Secretary, Anambra Health Insurance Scheme, Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme, and we're talking about the insurance in the state. What's the registration process? How do people go about registering? 2, where do they go to register?
Oh, thank you. The process that will be adopted for the registration is a simple one. We intend to have offices everywhere in Anambra, across the 21 local government areas of the state. And then those in Oka, of course, the headquarters will be in Amobi and all of that.
Okay.
But then for the public servants, because of the sheer number and the fact that there's a lot of volume to be discharged with, to be dispensed with at within a short time, we will have to take our services to them and then do the registration there.
In their offices.
At the secretariat, we'll choose a particular location. We're working out the details of that with the office of His Honor, the head of service, as well as the Ministry of Health. So all of that is being worked out so that we will take their own registration there to them. But it's a living thing in the sense that the registration never ends. After we do that, those who will come for mop-up, who couldn't meet up, maybe an officer is on assignment and comes back, can come to our office to do that. Okay. But then all of these details we are going to work out and put the information out there to the general public. Hopefully by next week that will go out. Okay. Why we are not yet very certain on that is we are trying to work out the details so that nobody will have to come to Oka. Oka is not, Anambra State is not Oka. So that notion is what we want to run away from. If we wanted to go through, come to Oka and register, we would have started registration immediately. But we want it to be so decentralized that within
that no
your
matter
vicinity,
where you are, you can have
get
access
a place to
registration.
Yeah.
And we're talking with Dr. Simeon Onyemaichi. He's the Executive Secretary, Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme. And we're talking about the registration process, what people need to do. Maybe you'll answer that question before we take more calls.
Yeah, thank you. The question is if the aged people above 50, 60 are actually exempted. Mm-hmm. And if they are not, is there any special requirement for them to gain access to our scheme? Mm-hmm. The answer is no. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Anambra State, has actually ensured that in line with his dream of ensuring that every resident gets access to good health care, irrespective of age and all of that, has actually put machinery in place to ensure that there are no exclusions, so to speak, that everybody who is an indigene or resident of Anambra who has paid the premium should be accommodated, irrespective of what the conditions are, such that we will take care of it, except is within the exclusion list, of course, that we have, just like we were discussing earlier on. Once it's covered within our package, the things that those people need, of course, we'll render service. So there's no special requirement. You just key into the scheme like every other person in the informal sector with 12,000 naira per annum payment, which irrespective of your age.
Okay, good. And the second question he asked is, are there any kind of documentation that they need for that registration?
Yeah, when we start our registration in the different areas, hopefully from next week, we will have that, we will be doing the registration real time online with a plan. We're going digital from the word go. Now, we graciously again have the approval of His Excellency to go ahead to do that. That's desirable for us so that we can limit paperwork and ensure that, yes, people are registered real time, and then we give them their ID cards with which they can actually begin to access care 30 days from the date of registration.
Okay, they get an ID card 30 days. So they take the ID card to the hospital every time they have
the hospitals that we have assigned to them. Yes. On the question from Patrick, you were asking, Patrick, if people who do business are part of it. Yes, I think maybe because we were speaking too much English, we were saying formal, informal sector. Formal sector, informal sector, ndị na-azụ afịa, nwaanyị na-ele tomato na ose, nwaanyị na-eghe akara, nwaanyị na-ele rice ofe akwụ, nwaanyị na-ele akamụ, whatever it is, nwoke nwe shop na-eke ọka ma ọkwanụ na main market Ọnịcha ma ọkwanụ n'otu ọcha ma anywhere. Ndị nke anwa bụ ndị akpọrọ informal sector, ndị anaghị alụ ọlụ oyibo. So ọfanwa bụ ndị na-ekwu that na aya na-akwụ 1,000 naira every month, which is 12,000 per year. So onwere onye scheme anyị exclude, onwere onye anyị si mba na ọma part of scheme. Ọ bụrụ na ibidolo na-ege mgbe anyị bidolo, I said it clear that na the scheme for onye ọbụla bi na Anambra. So anyị akpara oke between ndị ọlụ oyibo na ndị anaghị alụ ọlụ oyibo, no. Maka I mean, the larger majority of our population is actually in the informal sector. So ndị anọrọ with ndị alụ ọlụ oyibo. So onwe ife atụmatụ gọọmenti wetalụ dị otu adị mma asị na ọsọ ndị ọlụ oyibo ifụrụ n'ọman work. So our main target is actually for those ndị anwa na-azụ afịa, ndị nọ n'informal sector, to make things actually way cheaper for them. Then ijụla anyị ajụjụ maka ndị na-achọ ọlụ. Of course, it's a government agency. And n'office already that has been filled. And go people from every ministry of government, the right expertise. So we already have our office set up in that direction. So to speak, there is no vacancy because, of course, it's a government establishment, and then civil servants have been mobilized from different MDAs. The next question I will attempt to answer is the one from, let me take the last question before we get to the others. Now, the question was 1,000 per month for both those who are sick and both those who are healthy, or how does it work? I think nke a ka nkọwa anya n'Igbo. Maka na if business insurance dị ka mmadụ itinye gị ya na bank, na mmadụ nwere ego jide gị anwa, ị nwere ike idicha anya weli ya mmegbuo mkpa ọzọ, mana mbọsị ihe n'idizi ya ịma nwa ebe ihe eje wote ya. All to business insurance dị such that na ife a na-eme bụ gị kwụọ ụgwọ, asịrọ na ofe onye arụ na-aya mba, fe onye ọbụla ma arụ ọ dị gị o ma arụ adịrọ gị. The ultimate aim ife bụ isi sekpụ ntị eji eme ya bụ so that na onwe mbọsị ọbụla arụ ya bala onye anwa. Ọ bụrụ na onwe gị ife idebelu anyị eji wee kwụọlụ gị ụgwọ n'ọgwụ, ọ bụghịzi nke agbakere ibe a na-chọba onye anyị ebite ego ma ọkwanụ chọba ana anyị ele ma moto anyị ele ma ife akọtalụ n'ugbo anyị eje lefuo elefu mba. So ife ọ bụ na ịkwụlụ 12,000 naira gị anwụ for that 1 year period, ịkwụlụ 12,000 anwụ. Ọ bụrụ na onwe ife na-eme gị ije ụlọọgwụ, ijele ụlọọgwụ nwere ego ọbụla ị ya akwụ, ịbata ụlọọgwụ enereche gị arụ edelu gị ọgwụ, ịkwụ ọsọ 10% of ego ọgwụ n'onwe ya, and 10% ego ọgwụ is little or nothing actually, maka ọgwụ n'onwe ya nwere ife na-agala ọnụ na ije ụlọọgwụ. Ụmụ ife na-agalacha ọnụ bụ ụmụ test gasị ya na-eme nyocha arụ dị iche iche a na-eme ma ịkwụ ụgwọ na achọrọ ịfụ dọkịta ịgba kaadị ma ụmụ ọsịa ma ọsịrị ya so ụmụ ife niile anwa na-edi ego ịkwụ gị ụgwọ ya ịfụ na ọgwụ na onwe ya 10% bụ na ọ bụrụ na ego ọgwụ gị bụlọ 2,000 naira na ichechala ụlọ ọgwụ ịkwụọ 200 naira na-alụ onwe gị duto na itinye gị ego na bankị anwa so fụ ya asụ ụlọ akụ ebe ị na-edebe ego gị 12,000 na ịkwụgo 12,000 onwe ife ọwụna mere gị ma nwa gị kwụọla ụgwọ ịkpọlụ nwa anwa jụọ ụlọ ọgwụ ma ọkwanụ gị na onwe gị jụọ ụlọ ọgwụ esi n'ime ego ahụ ịkwụgoro wee nedo gị anya ọfụma so okwu ma onye arụ adịrọ ya akwụ ma onye arụ dị shouldn't arise ọ dị ka mma ọ bụrụ na anyị na-azụ moto anyị akwụọ third party insurance for example ndị mmadụ na-akwụ ego for insurance insure ụnọfa ụmụ ife dịgasị aṅa anya bịa anyị akwụọ insurance for them then you man compare all those things with ndụ mmadụ so ụmụ ife na-eme na a na-ebiwago ogologo ndụ n'obodo oyibo bụ maka na family health insurance so onye ahụ isi ọwụwa na-awa kama ị agbapụ na ị na-eji ime isite ọgwụ tuto na ịkwụgo ego a ijela onwe gị ụlọ ọgwụ na-eghe arụ amala ife bụ ya bụ ife na-aya gị rili maka na kọmọn isi ọwụwa ife ilu nwere ike ịbụ na mmadụ chọrọ ibido inwe hypertension ma ọkwụnye ọbara mgbali elu chi ịbịa o nwere ike sometimes ọ bịa asị isi ọwụwa onye anwa zụọ paracetamol isi ọwụwa anwa akụdakwa mana ọ bụrụ na iji ụlọ ọgwụ na-eghe arụ asị ụkwa na ọbara mgbali elu na-abịa so that ewele ụtụtụ wee chọba ewu ojii maka na aghalụ ndụ paakị onye ile elie kelee ụlọ ọbalụ na anyị dọkachala onwe anyị den oluzie mgbe onye anwa n'idile ego anwa na-arụ adụrụ ya asị na kịta na onwe ekwena ka ọrịa aka achụ onye ahịa akpọ ka achụ onye ahịa ayọta and all of that ịkwụgo ụgwọ for your own for the rainy day you have paid for it now mmadụ nwere ike ị na-asị kelee ife bụ na mụ nwa ya ejekwa ụgwọ ma ịnwala arụ anara ahịa m onwerọ ife chineke kalile nke ahụ ọ bụrụ na maka na inshọransị dịkwu ka esusu a na-atụ so anyị niile tụkọtasịcha ego anyị ahụ maka na ndị be anyị si na anyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ ọgbọ ụfụfụ ọ bụrụ na atụkọtasịcha ego ahụ gị nwa tụta mgbe tụta okeke tụta okafọ tụta okoye atụta anyị niile tụkọtacha anya etinye ya n'ofu nkata mgbọsị okoye yabala arụ esi n'ime ego ahụ wee kwụọla okoye ụgwọ n'ọgwụ nke ya mgbọsị ọkwa nne okeke na-aya esi n'ime ofu ego ahụ kwụọla okeke onye ọbụla onye nwa na-aya ma ọ na nwa nke ị na-aya duto na ọ kwụgolo onye ahụ ụgwọ ahụ esi n'ime ofu ego ahụ wee kwụọla onye ahụ ụgwọ in that way onwezi ka anyị na-adọkasị onwe anyị maka ịkwụ ụgwọ ụlọ ọgwụ ana ọkwa na anyị cheki enye ọfụma ị ga-aghọta that na clearly ka anyị welie onye jel kịta na jos ịba na-emi ya ịba nkịtị na-emi onye ahụ eluo n'ụlọ ọgwụ iluo n'ụlọ ọgwụ iyi akwụ n'ụgwọ test iyi agba kaadị iyi akwụ ụgwọ na ị chọrọ ịfụ dọkịta enyekweghị ọgwụ ekwu ụgwọ o nwere ka isi wee mee ya ịfụ dat na mgbe ị ga-eji wee si n'ụlọ ọgwụ anwa na ma ogodo obele nwa spend go 5 to 10 to 15 20,000 naira ọgwa na onye ahịa awa arụ nke a kpọrọ operation n'oyibo ije ka mme operation maybe na asị na onye anwa chọrọ ịmụ nwa na aya eme CS ma ọ na appendix ma pile ma hernia nke anyị nwa na-akpọba hernia nke ọbụla wee asị gị ngwa na iyi akwụ deposit 100,000 200,000 mana ime ọhịa niile a ọ bụrụ na ị kwụọ 12,000 naira ahụ rapụziala anyị nwa otu anyị esi wee kwụzi dị ụgwọ malụ n'enu ya because ọ bụrụ na ilu ụlọ ọgwụ asị gị kwụbụ ụgwọ for operation or anything onwere onye ma mbọsị ọya na-abịa ọya ara akụ aka so ụmụ ife a melụ eji ebiwego ogologo ndụ n'obodo oyibo onye ife mebelụ ọ malụ na ọkwụgo ego inshọransị ya otu ọsọgbolu kaadị ya jere onwe ya n'ụlọ ọgwụ access ya kia na-enye arụ nye ezigbo treatment so 1,000 anwa mụnwa sef na-ekwu ego anwa ka mma gị kwụọ ọnya bifo ife anwa emebe gị ọ bụrụ onye o mebegolo emebe so nwanna a na-ajụ anyị ajụjụ anwa ma 1,000 a ọfụ onye arụ dị ma ọfụ onye arụ adịrọ ọfụ everybody ọ dị ka mmadụ itinye gị ya na bank mbọsị ịnidili ya ijekweje wepụta from ego anwa itinyegoro dịkwa ka esusu na anyị kwụọla onwe anyị mbọsị olulu tọọnụ nke gị ọbụlụ gị nwa ya ewo for that particular ọnwa. Then the next question will from Chukwumeleze Polo from our bag and in ajụ ma ndị physically challenged ma for the part of our scheme.
Yes.
Of course, ọ bụrụ na for part of our scheme ma na ife anyị na-eme na anyị emetara ya you know so everybody ife nkwulu clearly every resident of Anambra, the fact that now somebody is physically challenged does not make that person less an Anambra resident. No, there is the criteria we need be Anambra. and then you have paid your 12,000 naira, and then you access care like any other person within benefit package annual. So when anybody has paid, we haven't said any restriction. We would have said that. I'm sure you know that His Excellency the Governor will never be part of such an initiative. So clearly, there is no such limitation on physically challenged individuals.
Is there any number of people can call if they want to make further inquiries after this program?
Yes. You can call 0802 181 0222.
Okay, so it's 222.
Yeah, 222.
Okay, so the 24-hour call line, what it means is that no matter the time of the day, once anybody has any inquiries to make about Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme,
yes,
please call 080-218-10222. That number again is 080-218-10222. Yes, 222. And it's a 24-hour number. So any time of the day, there will always be someone to answer the questions that they need.
And the whole essence of this, remember sometime in the program we said we don't have HMOs. Yes. We want to run a 24-hour call center so that when you register under our scheme and you get to any particular healthcare provider and you feel that you have not been well taken care of, or there is a healthcare provider who needs to call us for authorization to render certain services, we have lines open, manned by officers to always
in 1 minute,
take that.
Because I'll wrap up the program now. In 1 minute, how do people know the hospitals that are accredited? Do you have a list in the office? How would they know?
Oh, thank you. Good question. We have our list, but then that will be given to everybody at the point of registration. Once you want to register with us, we give you that list so that you can actually see the hospitals that are very close to your place of residence. On this, I really would want to use this opportunity to encourage every Anambrarian to please come on board. This is a noble initiative of His Excellency the Executive Governor, Chief Willie Madabro Chukwuobiana Okodike. Please let us key in.
Thank you so much, Dr. Simeon Onyemaechi, for being a part of this program.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the callers, everybody that called and asked questions. I hope you were able to answer them satisfactorily. So thank you so much. Join us next week, Wednesday. Time is 1 o'clock to 2 p.m. and the program is Security Focus. My name is Ifunaya Amathli. Do have a great day.